you're not giving her time to think about you if you are always in her DMs. This is what will make her think of you constantly. Hi guys, my name is Christine Loveridge and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach. And today I'm talking about this will make her think of you constantly. So the first point that I want to get into is to avoid telling her your feelings. This is especially more so for those people who have recently started dating someone. So you're perhaps within the first month of dating. And the reason why you don't go ahead and tell a girl how you feel about her at the beginning of a courtship especially is because she probably doesn't have those feelings yet. Because when you go on a few dates, basically she is thinking of just seeing how things go. She's just waiting to see how these things unfold and she is getting to know you. That's usually the approach that most feminine women especially do at the beginning of a courtship. And the reason why this is the best method is because if you tell a woman straight away how you feel about her, how wonderful she makes you feel, and how you've been, you want to spend the rest of your life with her, let's say as an exaggeration, basically what you're doing is you're giving away all the mystery. You're letting her know that, look, I'm yours, that's it. And basically the reason why this can be unattractive at the beginning of a courtship is because she basically has nothing left to do. There is no mystery. And she won't need to think about you. She won't be wondering about you. She won't be wondering about how you feel about her because she already knows how you feel about her because you've told her. And if you want a woman to think about you constantly and you want her and you want to be what's only on her mind and you want to be the only person that's on her mind, then you need to act differently than anyone else. Now, most of the time, people, especially if this woman is really, really attractive and let's say she's probably got a few people that might be after her, then, you need to act differently than all those other people. And by not becoming unglued and by not becoming uncentered and telling her straight away how you feel about her, you'll be acting differently than most people that are dating her as well. So avoid telling her how you feel about her. If you want her to think about you and to wonder about you, then that air of mystery needs to be there. So it's best to avoid any topics of feelings, emotions, relationships. Just focus on whenever you two meet to have fun and enjoy yourselves. Don't focus on relationship labels and love and feelings. And of course, at some point, those topics will come up. When she starts falling in love with you and having those emotions for you as well, she will bring it up. You'll be able to see it happening. And this happens gradually over a period of a few months of dating. And when she starts telling you about how much she likes you or how much she's in love with you and how much she wants to be in a relationship with you, that's when you can reciprocate and also tell her your feelings. So the next point that I want to make is you must have a busy life. Because if you are especially really struggling with not telling her how you feel and if you're messaging her too much, basically just overpursuing in general, then perhaps you have a little bit too much time on your hands and you need to do something with those extra hours that you may have. So when I was dating like years ago, I was talking to someone and, we hadn't really got into a relationship yet. We were just kind of dating. Nothing serious was happening. And each time they finished work, she would just say, oh, just finished work now, stuff like that. And it's like, I don't really need to know that information. It was kind of annoying. This person was also quite masculine as well. So I kind of wasn't really attracted to her in the first place. But anyway, she was like sending me messages just willy-nilly for like no reason at all. Like, I just finished work. It's like, well, okay, that's great. Why are you telling me that? I don't need to know that. So avoid any unnecessary chit-chat like that because it is off-putting. It was basically telling me that the first moment that she, got off of work, she wanted to message me and tell me what was going on with her life. And yeah, it was very off-putting. So if you also have that, that urge to want to message her anytime you have a free moment, then you need to be focusing on other things going on in those moments. You need to distract yourself because you are over-pursuing, you are over-messaging, you are not you're not giving her time to think about you if you are always in her DMs, okay? So if you want her to think about you, you need to be absent. You need to be absent from her DMs and her texting and her, voicemail. So when you first start dating someone, especially someone who's very feminine, the best approach is to just go out with her once a week. And in between that time, limit your contact with her unless she reaches out to you first. So I'll give you a story of when I met my fiance. The first date that we went on, I set up like a week in advance. And then after we'd been on our first date, I didn't message her for 5 days. I left it for 5 days before I reached out to her again to ask her out again. And I had a conversation with my fiance, a few months into our relationship, and basically I told her why I did that. I said, well, I told her that I did that on purpose. I told her that I waited a few days before messaging her again to ask her out. And she told me that she was glad I did it. She actually said, oh yeah, thank you for doing that. And I told her the reason why I did it. I was like, I wanted you to think about the date. I wanted you to think about how it went. I wanted you to think about me, how you felt about me, how you felt about the whole thing in general. And that's why I waited 5 days before I messaged you again to ask you out. Now that topic, of conversation might not come up in your relationship, but it did in mine. And that's how I told her about it. And she said, oh, thank you. I'm glad you did that. She was glad that I did it. Okay. So this is what she wants. This is what girls with healthy self-esteem want. They want you to give them space and time to think about you. And if you don't give them that space and time, they don't have time to think about you because you're always messaging them and you want her to think about you constantly. You want her to be wondering about you. You want her to be thinking about you more than anyone else she might be dating. And you do that by giving her space and time to think about you. And basically what happens is when you're doing that, dating once a week, waiting roughly around 5 days before asking her out again, basically it gives her the space to start reaching out to you more. So for all you know, you might go on a first date, you might be waiting a few days to ask her out again. And if her attraction's really high, perhaps she'll message you before then. And then when she messages you, all you need to do at that time is to just ask her out again. She might send you a message saying, hey, how are you? Or she might mention something about the date. And you can be like, oh, great, thanks, how are you? And then you can talk about meeting up again. You can say, oh, when are you next free to meet up? So that's basically what you do. And eventually what will happen is she will start contacting you more. And the more times she contacts you, you talk more about meeting up. So then you gradually start seeing each other more and more, because each time she reaches out to you, you just facilitate another date and you'll start seeing each other more and more, and then you'll end up in a relationship. You will let it naturally progress. But she has to want to do that, obviously. She has to want to come to you. You need to give her the time and space to come to you. And you do that by just asking her out once a week and limiting that contact in between dates. Now, what this will also do, it will weed out the insecure people and the people that really aren't that interested in you. So if you're just talking to someone, you're dating someone who isn't that interested in you, basically what will happen is that it will just fizzle out eventually. And if you're dating someone who's insecure, they may get mad at you and angry at you for not talking to them that much in between dates. And basically, especially if this is at the beginning of the courtship. Now, if this is something your girlfriend starts doing, then that's obviously something different. If your girlfriend gets mad at you for not messaging her that much, then obviously you need to give her some of that attention and, send her a message saying that you're thinking about her, sporadically throughout the week. But obviously we're talking in terms of someone who you are just dating or you've only been on 1 or 2 dates with. Now, if they start acting this way and get mad and butthurt at you, basically, then that shows you that they're very insecure. Unless you're being cold to them. Now, this is exactly what I don't want you to do, okay? Just because you are limiting your contact with her doesn't mean that you're being blunt, cold, or being, just heartless with her. That's not what I'm saying that you should do. Whenever she reaches out to you, be happy to talk to her. Be glad that she messaged you. Say, oh, thank you for reaching out. You don't have to be cold and distant in that kind of way. You just have to limit your contact with her. You're always happy to talk with her. You're always happy to go on dates with her. You're always happy when you approach her to ask her out for a date, but you're never cold and heartless to her. That's the exact opposite of what I want you to do. Just because you don't message as much and you're not contacting her as much as what everyone else might be, doesn't mean that you're being cold. Basically, you just want to come across as if you are just very busy. And she will understand that if she has healthy self-esteem. She won't get mad at it. If you tell her, look, I'm really sorry if she does get upset with you. I've just been really busy right now. She should understand that. And if she doesn't, then that says more about her than you. If you are interested in how to be so good at the first date that you get a second date, then I highly recommend that you watch this video, and that should help you get that second date. So basically the main message of this video is to have emotional self-control, especially within those first 2 months or so of dating someone new. Because when you're in a relationship and you're together and the romance has been established and she's in love with you, then of course you can, refrain from, having emotional self-control, and you can tell her how you feel about her. But if she hasn't said those kinds of things to you yet, and she hasn't expressed how she feels towards you yet, it's premature. You want her to be able to feel those emotions. And if you want her to think about you constantly, you kind of have to do this little game of cat and mouse where she thinks that she wants you more than you want her. And that's what will cause her to feel more attraction towards you and to think about you more. Allow her to have that time and space to think about you. And you do that by limiting your contact and only going out once a week until she starts reaching out to you. And that's it. Anyway, I hope this video has helped you. If you would like to have coaching with me personally and you need help with a specific situation of yours, then please go to www.christineloveridge.com/shop. Alternatively, you can just send me an email using the email address provided in this video's description box. If you also have some tips, then please leave them in the comments section, and I shall talk to you guys again very soon.